morning students. Welcome back to our online class. What all things we discussed in our last class? We are dealing with the operators in Python. Then the operators are broadly classified into two. What are they? Unary and binary. We discussed in detail about unary operators and also the two operators that comes under binary. What we studied in our last class? Arithmetic operators and assignment operators. Today we are going to study about the third type of binary operators, that is the relational or comparison operator. So the third type of binary operator is known as relational operator, which is also known as comparison operators. Then what all operators comes under this category? Less than or equal to, greater than or equal to and not equal to. So these are the six relational operators. What are they? Less than or equal to, greater than or equal to and not equal to. Then the output of any of our relational expression will always be true or false. So what are the outputs that is possible for a relational expression? It is either true or false. Then one more thing to remember is false is denoted by 0 and true is denoted by 1. Now look at this example. X is equal to 101, y is equal to 121. Print x greater than y is x greater than y. So x greater than y is given inside single quotes, which will display on our output screen as it is, that is x greater than y is. Now we are going to perform the relational operation, that is x greater than y. What is the value of x? It is 101 greater than 121. Now we are going to check this condition, that is 101 greater than 121. Is it correct or wrong? It is wrong, which means our output will be false. Similarly, next thing is x less than y. So here we are checking 101 less than 121. Is it correct or wrong? This condition is correct according to our given values. So our output will be true. So when the relational expression is correct, our output will be true. If it is not correct, our output will be false. So these are the two possible outputs of any of our relational expression. Now look into the third one, that is x greater than or equal to y. So here we are checking whether 101 greater than or equal to 121. So here we are checking two conditions, whether it is greater than or whether it is equal to. If any of the condition is true, our output will be true, otherwise it is false. So 101 is not greater than 121 as well as 101 is not equal to 121. So both the condition doesn't satisfy. So our output will be what? Output will be false. Next is 101 less than or equal to 121. Here also we are checking two conditions. First one is 101 less than 121. Is it correct or wrong? 101 is less than 121, which means this condition is satisfied. So in these two cases, if one of the condition is satisfied, the output will be true. If both the conditions doesn't satisfy, then only our output will be false. So in this case, the first condition is satisfied. So we can say that our output is true. Next is x equal to y, that is 101 equal to 121. Here we are performing a matching operation, whether the first value is equal to the second value. Is it correct or wrong? This is not correct. So our output will be false. And the last one is 101 not equal to 121. This means this exclamation mark and equal to means not equal to. So 101 is not equal to 121. That is correct. So what will be our output? Our output will be true. So in this way we can perform the relational operations. The output will be always either true or false. Then false is denoted by 0 and true is denoted by 1. Now look at this expression, a plus 5 greater than c minus 2. So This is an expression which is a combination of arithmetic operators and relational operators. So, these relational operators have a lower precedence than our arithmetic operators. So, if we have an expression that consists of both of the arithmetic and relational operators, first of all we must perform the arithmetic operation. Then only we can perform the relational operation. So, what we do first, a plus 5 will be evaluated, c minus 2 will be evaluated. Then only we are checking whether a plus 5 is greater than c minus 2. And it is not like this, a plus 5 greater than c minus 2. This is not like this because the relational operators have a lower precedence than arithmetic operators. So this is correct. So this is our third type of binary operator, that is relational. The fourth type of binary operator is the logical operators. Then what are the relational operators? Less than or equal to, greater than or equal to, and not equal to. Now we are looking on to our logical operators. We already discussed it in our second chapter. What are the three logical operators? And, or, and, not. So these are the three logical operators supported by our Python. What are they? Logical and, logical or, and logical not. Now look at this example. Here x is equal to true, y is equal to false, which means what? The value true is assigned to the variable x and the value false is assigned to the variable y. Like relational operators, the output of the logical operator is also either true or false. So, what is the output of our logical operation? It is either true or false. So, we can say that the output of the relational expression or the output of the logical expression is always either true or false. Now, I come back to our question. Print x and y is, so this will display on the output screen as it is, x and y. Now fetch this value. What is the value of x? It is true. And what is the value of y? It is false. What is true and false? We already studied about our AND operation. True and false is false. So our output will be false. Next is x or y is x or y. So true or false. In the case of OR operation, if any of the input is true, our output will be true. So what is our output? Our output is true. Not x is not x. Not x means if the value of x is true, not x means it is false. If the value of x is false, not x means it is true. So here what is the value of x? True. Then not x means it will complement that value. So what will be our output? False will be our output. So this is the output of this particular program. X and y is false. X or y is true. Not x is false. Now look at this. Not 5. All the values except 0 will be taken as true by our program. So this point is very important. All the values except 0 is taken as true by our program. So not 5 means 5 will be taken as what? True or false? It will be taken as true. Then not 5 means the output will be false. Not 0 means 0 will taken as false value. So not 0 means our output will be true. Not minus 4. So only 0 value will be taken by the program as false and all other values will taken by the program as true. So minus 4 means it is also true. So not minus 4 means our output will be false. Then we can combine this logical operator as well as our relational operators. Look at this question. Not 5 greater than 2. So first of all it will check the value of 5 greater than 2. Is 5 greater than 2? 5 is greater than 2. So our output will be true. Then what will be our final output? Not true. Not true means false. And the last one is not 5 greater than 9. Is 5 greater than 9? We know that 5 is not greater than 9. It is less than 9. So this output will be false. Then not false means our final output will be true. In this way, we can perform our logical operation. Then what are the three logical operators supported by Python? And, or, and, not. Now, the last type of binary operators are bitwise operators. Bitwise operators means it always perform the operation on the bit values. We already studied how to find out the binary of a particular number. Then the bitwise operator will perform the operation on the bit values only. Now look at what all are the four bitwise operators. First one is bitwise AND, second one is bitwise OR, third one is bitwise NOT, and the last one is bitwise XOR. So this symbol denote bitwise AND operator. This symbol means bitwise OR. This means bitwise NOT. So this bitwise NOT is not equal to logical NOT. Simply NOT means it is a logical NOT operator, and this complementary symbol means it is bitwise NOT. And the last symbol denote bitwise XOR. We already studied the truth table for AND, OR, NOT and XOR operations in our second chapter. So if you know the truth table for this AND, OR, NOT and XOR operation, then only you can find out the output of the bitwise operator. Now look at this question, then it is more clear. A is equal to 6, B is equal to 3. Then what is the peculiarity of the bitwise operator? It performs the operations bitwise, which means first of all, this input will be converted into binary value. So what is the binary equivalent of 6? So we have a code known as 8421 to find out the binary value of any particular number. Then according to this code, 6 is equal to 0, 1, 1, 0. Then 3. 3 is equal to 0, 0, 1, 1. Now, our question is A and B is A and B. So, this means what? Perform the operation bitwise. So, we need to perform bitwise AND operation here. That is 0 and 1. What is 0 and 1? It is 0. 1 and 1. What is 1 and 1? It is 1. Next is 1 and 0. What is 1 and 0? It is 0. And the last one is 0 and 0. So what is 0 and 0? Is 0. So what is our output? 0, 0, 1, 0 is our output, which is converted back into the number form. So 0, 0, 1, 0 is equal to which value? It is equal to 2. So we can say that A and B is 2. This will be our output. In this way, we can perform the bitwise AND operation. First of all, convert the given number into binary form, then perform bitwise operations. First of all, if it is AND operator, then perform bitwise AND operation. If it is OR operation, perform bitwise OR operation. Look at our second question, that is A or B is. That is A or B is. Here also, the input is same, that is 0, 1, 1, 0. Next is 3, 0, 0, 1, 1. Now we need to perform our OR operation, that is 0 or 1. In case of OR operation, if either of the input is 1, our output will be 1. So 0 or 1 is 1, 1 or 1 is 1, 1 or 0 is also 1, and 0 or 0 is 0. So 0, 0, 1, 1, 1 will be our output, which is equal to which number? Which is equal to the number 7. So what is our final output? A or B is 7. Next is exclusive or XOR operator. So A XOR B is, what is our input? 0, 1, 1, 0. Next is 0, 0, 1, 1. Perform XOR operation. XOR operation means how it works, the XOR operator. If one input is 1 and the other input is 0, then our output will be 1. Then in all other cases, our output will be 0. Now 0 or 1. Sorry, 0 XOR 1. So our output is 1. 1 XOR 1, output 0. 1 XOR 0, output 1. 0 XOR 0, output 0. So if both the values are same, output is 0. If both the values are different values, our output will be 1. So what is our final output? 0, 1, 0, 1, which is equal to which number? Which is equal to 5. So A XOR B is 5. Now look on to the last bitwise operator, that is NOT operator. That is complement A is, or bitwise NOT A is. So what is the value of A? A is equal to 6. So what is its binary form? 0, 1, 1, 0 is the binary value of 6. NOT A means it complement the bit. Then what is the complement of 0? 1. 1 complement is 0. 1 complement is 0. Then 0 complement is 1. Then here there is a change. Our system represent the output in the form of 2's complement. So our system represent the output in which form? It will represent the bitwise NOT operator in 2's complement form. Then how can we find out the 2's complement of a particular number? Look at our example. What is our question? A is equal to 6. First of all, convert it into binary form. That is 0, 1, 1, 0. Then complement each of the bits. That is complement 0. That is 1, 1, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1. This is not our answer. Then convert it into 2's complement method. So there is a rule to find out the 2's complement of a number. So suppose we have a number 0, 0, 1, 0. Then the 2's complement of this number is from the right hand copy up to the first one. So this is 0, copy as it is, copy up to where? Copy up to the first one. So this is our first one. Then complement the remaining bits. Then we will get the 2's complement of a particular number. So up to first one I copy as it is. Now I am going to complement the remaining bits. So what is the complement of 0? 1. Then complement of 0, 1. So this will be the 2's complement of this particular number, that is 0, 0, 1, 0. Similarly, first of all complement the bit, then find the 2's complement. How can we find the 2's complement of a number? Copy up to the first one from which end? From the right end. So here the first number itself is 1. So I am copying the first number as it is because it is 1. So I copied up to the first one. Then what is our rule? Now complement the remaining bits. So what is the complement of 0? 1. Complement of 0, 1. Then complement of 1, 0. So 0, 1, 1, 1 is the 2's complement of the number 1, 0, 0, 1. So how can we perform the bitwise NOT operation? You will be given a number. First convert it into binary form and just complement the bits. Then find its 2's complement. Then in our output, what is our final output? 0, 1, 1, 1. If the first bit is 0, which means our output is negative. If the first bit is 1, which means it is positive. So here our first bit is 0, which means our output is negative. Then find the number value of the remaining bit. So 1, 1, 1. 1, 1, 1 is equal to which number? 1, 1, 1 is equal to 7. So what is our final output? NOT A is minus 7. So what is our input? Our input is A is equal to 6. And how can we perform the bitwise NOT operation? First of all, convert this 6 into binary form. What is its binary form? 0, 1, 1, 0. Then complement each of the bits in that binary. That is 1, 0, 0, 1. Then next step is find its 2's complement. Then how can we find the 2's complement of a number? In our binary number, copy up to the first one and then complement the remaining bits. Then we will get the 2's complement. So what is our final output? 0, 1, 1, 1. So the first bit in our output denote the sign of the number. So 0 means negative, 1 means positive. So 0 means negative and 1, 1, 1 means 7. So NOT A is equal to minus 7. So this is the bitwise operators. What are the 4 bitwise operators supported by Python? Bitwise AND, bitwise OR, bitwise XOR and bitwise NOT. AND, OR, XOR is easy for you if you know the truth table of AND, OR and XOR. And in the case of NOT operation, there is a little change to find out the answer. What are the rules to find out the bitwise NOT operation? First of all, find the binary of the given number, then complement each of the bits, then you will get an answer. Then in that answer, find its 2's complement. Then how can we find out the 2's complement? Copy up to the first one and then complement the remaining bits. Then you will get our final answer. Then in your final answer, the first bit always denote the sign of the answer. So if the final answer, if the first bit is 1, which means it is a positive number. If it is 0, which means it is a negative number. So according to our question, the final answer is 0, 1, 1, 1, which means it is equal to minus 7, because this 0 means minus and 1, 1, 1 denote which number? 1, 1, 1 denote the number 7. So here we finish our binary operators. What all binary operators we studied? Arithmetic operators, assignment operators, relational or comparison operators, logical operators, and the last one is bitwise operator. Look at this chained comparison operator. So in our question, if there is a series of same operator, that is according to this question 1 less than 2 less than 3, we can say that it is a chained comparison operator, which means more than one comparison operator are there in the expression. Then how this expression we can evaluate? It is equal to 1 less than 2 and 1 less than 3. So if we have a chained comparison expression, first of all the first part will be evaluated, that is 1 less than 2 will be evaluated. If it is true only, the second part will be evaluated, that is 2 less than 3. So if it is false, our output will be equal to false. That is the peculiarity of chained comparison operator. So what is the final output of this question? 1 less than 2. Is it true or false? True. Then 2 less than 3, that is also true. Then true and true. What is our final answer? It is true. One way is we can write it like this: 1 less than 2 and 1 less than 3. Then find our final output. Otherwise, we can easily find our output like this. If the first part is true, then only evaluate our second part. If the second part is also true, our output or our final output is true. If the first part itself is false, then there is no need to evaluate the second part. Our output will be false, because in between the chained comparison operator, we always use AND symbol. That is why it is like this. Now look at the last part of the operator, that is operator precedence and operator associativity. So here we studied a number of operators. Then in an expression, all the operators may come together. Then which operator we need to evaluate first? That will be told by the operator precedence. Which operator has the highest precedence? So the highest precedence is for parenthesis, and this is a table which shows the precedence of operators. So if we have an expression which consists of so many operators, operator precedence tells us which operator needs to evaluate first and which need to evaluate last. So this is a table which shows the precedence of the operator. So from this table, parenthesis has the highest precedence, then exponentation, then bitwise NOT, then unary plus, unary minus, after that into division, floor division, modulus. So these 4 operators has the same precedence. Then after that addition, subtraction, then bitwise AND, then bitwise XOR, then bitwise OR. Then all the relational operators has the same precedence. After that logical NOT, then after that logical AND the last precedence operator is logical OR. So this is the table shows the precedence of operators. And the last topic is operator associativity. Operator associativity means in an expression a particular operator comes more than one time, then how can we evaluate the expression? For example, 1 plus 2 plus 3. How can we evaluate this expression? First of all the operators except the explanation is left to right associative. So, 1 plus 2 plus 3 means first of all 1 plus 2 need to evaluate, then only the next part will be evaluated. Why? Because all the operators except the explanation is left to right associative. The only operator which is right to left associative is explanation. Suppose we have a question like this, 2 into 3 into 1, which means what? This is the explanation operator and it is the only operator which is right to left associative. So first of all, you need to find 3 raised to 1. What is 3 raised to 1? It is 3. Then after that only you need to find out 2 into 3. What does it mean? It means 2 raised to 3. So our final answer will be 8. So the only operator which is right to left associative is exponentation. So here we finish our topic called the operators. That's all for today. Thank you.